What's up, guys? It's Gaz, and welcome to another week of Nightwave tips and tricks. And this is actually the last week of the Emissary season of Nightwave, guys. So it's actually ending on the 13th. Today is the 6th. So literally 1 week from today, this season of Nightwave will be gone. The one we're currently on. And they will be taking 1 week off, and then we'll be getting another intermission season, which is basically like a filler season where there's nothing too insane as rewards are concerned. Like, there's no new mods. There might be like 1 or 2 new cosmetics, but it's gonna be like a filler season, guys. It will probably last for like 5-ish weeks, I'm guessing. I don't remember how long the old one lasted, and then we'll be getting another season after that, most likely. Also, guys, more on the horizon. We actually have some content that's coming out in October, but first let's go over these challenges. That's probably what some people are here for, so let's just quickly go over those, and we'll go over some Warframe news in a bit here, guys. But just keep in mind, this is your last week to do these. You want to spend your Nightwave creds as well. If you have any, they will be disappearing at the end of this upcoming week, so make sure you spend them on whatever. Okay, challenges-wise, we got Assassin, complete 3 assassination missions. Just do the, whatever his name, what is his name? The chump on Europa. Whatever his name is, just insta-kill him. He takes 1 shot. The Sargent, that's his name. He's just a crewman with armor. Basically no armor at that. So he takes like 1 bullet to kill. Pretty fast there. Should take you about 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. Complete 6 different perfect animal captures in the Orbivalis. Yeah. This one is not my favorite, but it is possible. It is 6 different types of animal, or different animals, period. So, only thing that needs to be different between those animals you're capturing, there needs to be one thing that's different between them. So, if it's a male pobber, you need to find a female pobber, for example, as the second animal you capture. So on and so forth. You might want to catch like up to 3 different kinds of animals just to make it easier for you, but that one is a whole nother issue. If you don't need to catch up with Nightwave, I would not recommend doing this one because it's not really worth the effort, in my opinion. Complete 3 spy missions. You can literally just do 1 vault in those spy missions and not even like do it perfectly. So this is very, very simple. As long as you don't fail all 3 spy vaults, it's fine. Venus Bounty Hunter. This is very time-consuming, guys. Complete 5 different bounties in the Orbivalis. That is a pretty long step right there, and I usually would not recommend doing this one if you are already at the point you want to be at. But yeah, you could just do the low-level bounties, and then maybe do like the 1 tier above that ones if you really wanted to. Keep in mind that if you capture the bases, they actually give you low-level bounties as well, but that's basically it. 6 rare servofish in the Orbivalis. I'm going to recommend Longwinders or Traumazons for this. If you like to do the cave fish, those are pretty easy too. There's plentiful cave fish that are rare as well, and that's gonna require, like, they don't all require bait. Like, the funny thing about Orbivalis fish, guys, is like even the rare ones, they will spawn without bait, but it's a very low spawn chance. So I'm gonna recommend you grab bait and then just, you know how it goes. Complete 8 zones of elite sanctuary onslaught, so not normal sanctuary onslaught. Yeah, this is basically unlocked to you after you complete the new strange quest. Talk to Big Orange Boy in the relay and fight some level 50 enemies. And then the last Elite Weekly to finish off this season Nightwave, guys, we got Survival. Complete a survival mission reaching at least 30 minutes. So you can do Kuva Survival and just do it as normal, and then you can go to 30 minutes and leave, and then you will be done. That's it for the challenges. Let's go over these final cred offerings. Now, unfortunately, this week, guys, we don't really have anything as like a cred sync. There's no Kuva this week. There is no there's nothing too amazing for aura mods. Like, you could maybe buy a bunch of sprint boosts with the rest of your emissary creds and maybe like sell those to people, but I'd say just try to get some like cosmetics or something, really. If you don't have the Jaw Sword for Atlas, maybe you missed it last week. It was here last week, I'm pretty sure. Maybe pick this up. This is 50 emissary creds, and this is one of the best stat sticks. But once we go over what content is coming in the end of October, guys, maybe you won't want to get this Jaw Sword besides Mastery. Okay, so we got the big slew of helmets up here. We got the Avara Zoroastra helmet, which I always recommend. We've got the Hildren alternative helmet. We've got the Titania alternative helmet, the Revenant one. Lots of really good choices, guys. So whatever your most played frame here that you need a new helmet for, I'm sure there's a decent option, hopefully. We've also got the Baruch helmet, which, you know, Baruch exists. Never forget the Baruch exists, guys, because it happens to me a lot. I forget that he exists. As far as aura mods, we got Rejuvenation, Rifle Amp, Sprint Boost, and Rifle Scavenger. I'd say that Sprint Boost and Rejuvenation are worth having, but they're not really meta-defining or anything like that. For maximum speedrun purposes, you do want to have Sprint Boost on your account, just in case. And then for Mastery Fighter, we got the Dark Sword, Glaive, and then the Jaw Sword. Like I said, guys, if you're playing Atlas Prime and you want a good stat stick, get this Jaw Sword, and then maybe get a Ribbon for it. Okay, that's going to be it for the quick overview. Let's go over a little bit more of an in-depth look here before I start going over the content. So let's go over it. Please like, share, subscribe, of course. 3 assassination missions. I already said, guys, the Sargent on Europa. Dude, he's literally getting one shot all weekend. So go and destroy him. It should take you less than 10 minutes to do this step. That's easy creds right there. As far as the Orb Valis, I don't really have any good recommendations on this besides, if you're trying to do it with a teammate and you want them to count, you have to actually be near your teammate that's capturing, or it's not going to count. Like if you have someone on the other side of the map and they just captured like an animal, it's not going to count for you. At least it didn't count for me last time I tried this. So you need to be pretty close to your teammates while they're capturing to get credit, guys. And then, like I said, as long as one thing is different between the first animal you capture and the second one you capture, so like I said, like a pobber. Say the pobber likes to do sailing. I don't know. That's probably something that's in there. And then the other pobber likes flowers. Those pobbers are different enough for this challenge, apparently. I have not done this one for a really long time, so yeah, good luck on that one, guys. I'd recommend Ivara or Loki or whoever is going to work with you. I'd say Ivara is definitely the best because of the sleep arrow and the invisibility. So good luck there. Complete 3 spy missions. So if you want to farm Ivara, guys, make sure you get all 3 of those spy vaults completed, and then make sure you're doing different spy missions throughout the star chart. The lower level ones give a certain part for Ivara. The higher level ones give they actually give 2 different parts on the really high level ones, and then the mid tier ones give one of her parts as well. So you have to actually do different spy vaults all around the system to get Ivara to drop, okay? And then all the vaults need to be completed for her to have a chance to drop. As far as Venus Bounty Hunter, I would just straight up recommend not doing this one unless you want to farm some relics or something. And even if you are trying to farm relics, those are usually the high-level bounties, so it's not going to make this one very quick. But yeah, you know, there is a new Atlas Prime Access out right now, guys. There's also an Unvaulting active. So, I mean, farming these Orb Valis bounties is not terrible for getting relics if you get lucky. Then again, like, I've had times in the past where I've tried to farm a relic from a bounty. I've gotten 3 on one run, and then the run after that I got 0. So, like, it's really RNG, and you can get a lot of garbage drops to be in there, so it's up to you. Like I did mention earlier, you can capture the bases, and those have low-level bounties in them once you capture them, okay? And then we got Venus Fisher. My favorite types of fish for this, guys, are the Traumizons at the Crater Lake, I believe it is, in the Orb Valis. And that one is basically a crashed ship in the water. You can go fishing on that ship, and you have such a good view of most of the water, you can actually like nail those fish with a spear from really far away. Okay, and I'd also recommend bringing the Oxalis Sentinel, or bringing that luminous dye that you can like make the water, or make the fish blue so you can see them very easily in the water. That's a very easy one right there. It shouldn't take you very long, honestly, if you have bait. And that's Traumizon bait. If you want to do long winders, those are in the main coolant, like right outside the door of the Fortuna City. Just walk right there. There's a rock in the water. You can literally just go fishing on that rock. But make sure that the Traumizons are able, or the long winders are able to spawn at the current time, because there's a hot and cold cycle, and some of the fish only spawn at different cycles. So keep that in mind. Complete 8 Zones of Sanctuary Onslaught. This is super straightforward if you have a DPS frame. If you don't have a DPS frame like Sargent or Equinox or Volt, etc., etc., you can actually bring a support like Trinity, or maybe like a tank, a buffer frame like Rhino, etc. Make it so your teammates, if you can't kill the enemies yourself, make it so you're helping your teammates be able to kill these enemies. So if you see a Sarah in your squad, you're like, alright, sweet. Good thing I brought Trinity to give her full energy, give her full heals all the time. It will make the Saren murdering everything have a lot easier of a time. Okay, so there's lots of options for that, guys. Just a reminder, do that new Strange quest. It's very important to get this. This is the best leveling spot in the game, or in the entire game, for weapons. If you have a booster going and you have like maximum carnage going on around you, you can actually max out a weapon in 2.5 minutes, guys. 2.5 minutes in the ideal situation. So yeah, keep that one in mind. And as far as survival, I'm going to say you can either go a 30-minute fissure survival if you're trying to open some relics, maybe for Atlas, Tekko, and Deathcube Prime, which I actually finished farming Deathcube and Tekko, or not Tekko, Atlas and Deathcube today, so I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, or you could just do Kufa Survival. Kufa Survival does count, and there's no prerequisite like don't activate the life support towers or anything like that. So you can just do it as chill as you want, guys. Keep in mind that the higher level mission base you're in, so if, for example, if I go to the Void, and there's like a high level mission there, So Mott, for example. Mott's a little bit of a different situation, but let's just quickly give that as an example, even though it's not perfect. 40 and 45. These enemies are scaling a lot faster as the mission progresses. So if I'm like 30 minutes in, they're probably going to be like level like 80-ish, maybe even like 100, who knows. But if I do a survival mission on the easiest planet in the game, Mercury, you see these guys still start at level 6 to 11. They'll probably be like level like 30 or 40 by the time the half hour is up. Maybe a little bit higher than that. So if you want a really, really easy time, just go into this. Bring a Necros, bring a... I mean, you could bring a Hydroid, I guess, if you really wanted to, but... Or Quora is really good. Basically, something to buff your life support drops so you can be maximum lazy. Do keep in mind they did unnerf loot ability stacking, so if you're trying to farm, like... Say you're like, okay, well, I want to do this challenge, but I also want to get, like, Condition Overload at the same time. You could go to Ophelia on Uranus, and this is the place that most people are farming Condition Overload. They're also farming Polymer Bundles and Tellurium. Those are all things that are farmed here. You could probably just go into squad chat and be like, looking for 30-minute Ophelia run. I guarantee you could find somebody within, like, 10 minutes, guys. So, that's going to be it for the challenges and the little bit more in-depth explanation. Let's actually go over some news of what's happening in Warframe over the next month, guys. Okay, so that's going to be it for the Nightwave. Let's go over this. So I actually watched the dev stream on Friday. Well, actually, I watched it on Saturday, but it came out on Friday. And there is actually a October update coming to Warframe, guys. It'll be at the end of the month, or near the end of the month. And there is confirmed and possibility things. So they're saying that Melee 3.0 is confirmed for this month. I don't know about that. They said they've been talking about Melee 3.0 last year, summer of last year, and I'm a little bit skeptical when they say it's coming out this month. But what they said is coming out this month for Melee 3.0 is the stance reworks, and then they said they're also removing combo from Melee. Like, what? And then immediately in the same sentence, Steve, okay, this is DE Steve, like the super dev at DE. He's like, all right, we're removing combo, but I'm pretty sure Melee is supposed to do a lot more damage, right? I'm like, that does not make any sense. How is removing combo and it doing more damage supposed to correlate? But we will see. I hope they don't really ruin Melee, because that's something a lot of people like a lot. But yeah, moving on from that, they did say Grendel is also coming out in that same update, guys. So Grendel, he has a great sword. It looks like a shish kebab, kind of, and it has pretty good stats. So Grendel coming out at the end of the month. If you have an Umbra Forma save for him or whatever, I know some people are saving Umbra Forma for Grendel. Yeah, end of the month, guys. We're also getting the Vobot and Ember reworks at the end of the month. Both of them, which is pretty surprising. I wasn't expecting the Ember rework, but I will greatly take that one. I very highly appreciate an Ember rework out of the blue like that. That's awesome. And then the Vobot rework looks pretty good as well. I'll probably end up playing Vobot a good amount once his update comes out, because he looks like he's going to be really strong, honestly. He's got lots of good abilities. I will be doing a full overview of those when they come out. There's also a Titania Deluxe skin coming out at the end of the month, guys, and a minor tweaks to her. She's not getting a rework, but she's actually getting some pretty substantial buffs. Like her butterfly attack, where the ability where she turns into an Arcwing and she has like butterflies flying around her. Those can go out and grab her buffs. Apparently, she had some buffs that she could create from her abilities. I didn't even remember that, but yeah, her butterflies are going to go grab her buffs and bring them back to her. So that sounds really good. We'll see how that goes. And then there's also a Halloween event with the Bats Ephemera. And bats are actually my favorite animal, so I'm really excited about that one. I'm going to farm that the first day it comes out. Also, there's that Tenogen skin for Ash where he looks like Batman. Oh my god. Oh my god. I might have to buy that skin. Literally be Batman. That sounds great. And then here's the possibilities. Like, these things on the right, they were talking about it, making it sound like it was going to be coming out soon. But, I mean, it's Railjack stuff, so it's probably not going to be coming out anytime soon. I'm just going to put it here in the possibilities section. The dry dock room for the dojo. So if you didn't know this, they said they were going to be rolling out Railjack in parts. So part one is going to be the dry dock room in our dojo. So basically, in the clan dojo, that's actually going to my dojo right now. You actually can build rooms in the dojo, because they have a really cool clan system like that. You can build your own clan hall. And if you have the building perms, architect perms, or whatever for your clan, you can actually build new rooms. And they're going to be adding the new Railjack room to the dojo. I actually have a spot in here that I actually have it set up for, I think. Oh god, I don't remember where I put it. But it's somewhere in here, guys. Okay, that's not it. Is this it? It's not it. I built like a whole tunnel and stuff. Our dojo is too big. Okay, that's besides the point. They're going to be adding a room to the dojo where you can launch the Railjack, is the bottom line. And If I could find where my launch tunnel I was building was, I'd show you where my spot was. But basically, it's going to be a huge room in the dojo, guys. You want to make sure you have some extra capacity sitting around. I don't know if I can actually check that here. Capacity. Decorations. Nope. Okay, it's been a while since I've done this stuff. But basically, they're adding a new room. You need to make sure you have a little bit of capacity on one of the floors in your dojo, so you can actually build this thing. Like, these useless dueling rooms, like, honestly, might as well get rid of these. I'm not going to destroy it right now, but Teshin asked if you like dumb barrels. I don't know what that means. I didn't write that, but yeah. And then the last thing, guys, that's a possibility for October is there's actually, they were talking about this a lot, is the Kuva Lich, early parts of the Kuva Lich system. So if you saw the TennoCon stream, you saw the Kuva Lich in its giant ship. It kind of reminded me like a Star Wars battle or something. It's like you're fighting this capital ship, and then inside there's like Darth Vader or whatever, or like in this case it's the Kuva Lich, who's like the leader of like the evil people or whatever. And they're actually, it made it look like they're adding like some mini part of that in October, but we'll see. I put on possibility because they were talking about it a lot, but I didn't get an exact quote if it's coming out with Grendel or not. So stuff on the left, very highly likely to be at the end of the month. Stuff on the right, very unlikely to be at the end of the month, but they still did talk about it and make it sound like it's coming out soon. Okay? And then the last thing, guys, you know how they said Melee 3.0 is coming out this month? That means that Melee ribbons are probably going to get nerfed, so definitely, I don't want to start some, like, mutiny or anything like that, but maybe consider trying to get rid of some of those Graham Prime ribbons, and maybe those Play Crit ribbons, and all that stuff that you know is going to get nerfed. Like, there's no way it doesn't get nerfed, because, you know, they're really good. Speaking of which, we got the ribbon nerfs from, like, last week on the screen right here. Everything in red is nerfed, everything in green is buffed. So if you can see a correlation here, all the cool weapons are nerfed, all the bad weapons are buffed. That's a bit of an exaggeration. Like, for example, some of these weapons I do like a lot. I like the Quanta a lot. I like the rest of these primaries I don't really like, to be honest. I do like the Gamma Core a lot, so I'm actually happy. My Gamma Core Ribbon did get buffed, which is nice. I like the Marlock a lot. The Vacor Marlock is one of my favorite guns. Also got buffed. Spira, I actually have a Spira Ribbon recently, so 5% buff, or 0.05 behind the scenes number buff there, sure, whatever. But everything else, guys, pretty... didn't the Catch Moon get nerfed too? I feel like I got an incomplete list here. Let me just quickly make sure I got everything on that. I feel like the Catch Moon got nerfed again. It's like the bottom dispo it can possibly be, so they literally can't nerf it anymore. Let me check really quick. Secondaries. Yeah, I didn't catch a bunch of these. Okay. That's weird. Oh, okay, you know I did. Okay, so things actually got nerfed as well, guys. The Akjagara also got nerfed. The Catch Moon got really nerfed. And the Cynex got nerfed as well. So, I'm sorry I didn't get those on there. That got cut off. But yeah, those three also got nerfed. Catch Moon, Akjagara, and the Cynex. And then the Ballistica and the Brock also got buffed. Apologies for that one, guys. But yeah, I do think that Melee Ribbons are probably going to be in their targets for the end of the month. So, you can be as speculative if you want on that. Do what you need to do. I don't want to try to give you advice because I can't predict the future if it's actually going to come out or not, guys. But they did say when they end up changing the Melee mods, that's when the Melee Ribbons will get addressed. And as far as that dev stream was concerned, it seemed like they're straight removing combo at the end of the month for Melee. So that means there's lots of combo mods for Melees that are going to be useless. So that makes me think they're going to be removing them. Is this where the tunnel was? I think I found the tunnel. Wait, did someone remove my tunnel? Alright, we might have to talk later. I'm going to be continuing to find this tunnel in my dojo, guys. I will talk to you guys next time. There will be actual videos coming out this week. I'm basically done doing all the Destiny stuff I wanted to do. Might eventually make some build videos for that. But we're actually going back on Warframe. I'm pretty excited to get back into Warframe. Like I said, I farmed for Atlas and Death Cube, and Techo is really expensive. Techo has a lot of annoying parts to get, but we'll see about Techo. I'll try to get that one as soon as possible. It has terrible stances, so I mean, I'm not sure how excited I am to use it anyway, but yeah, that's besides the point. I will talk to you guys next time. Please like, share, subscribe, and I really appreciate everyone that has stuck around the channel, even though it's not been the most consistent as far as video uploads have been recently, guys. Take it easy. Peace.